What up, what up, what up, family? Coach Khayr in the building. We're trying something new today. Thanks a lot for everybody tuning in to Zoom in. What do you know about money, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and black people? What's up with that? Like, can anybody give me like some feedback? Because I'm gonna be looking for like taking a bunch of questions tonight, but I had to go get one of my new compadres and mentors, a brother who knows way more than me. I've been telling y'all that it's really important to not be the smartest person on your team. So tonight we're gonna come through and talk about the history of Bitcoin. All right, we're gonna talk about the history of cash. We'll talk about how it relates to black folks, and maybe even other races too. But tonight we're gonna talk about Bitcoin. So on my left, I got my man Anari. Anari, can I get a sound check? How we doing today?
Peace, young king. How you feel, brother?
Man, I'm blessed by the best and too sexy to be stressed, man. This is my first time using this particular platform, so I definitely want to. I'm over here doing a. Okay. So Facebook says I can see both. Said both of us are streaming. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Do that.
All right. Let me put all my media down. Okay, so check it out. What's going on, Victor? What's going on, Shonda? Peace, everybody. Thanks for coming in and tuning in to Zoom in. We promise we're going to give y'all something epic tonight. All right? So y'all make sure y'all please share this video. Press 2, because I'm tired of hanging around broke people. All right? If you press 2, you can share this, and then somebody will be like, yo, I wanted to get the science too. So what's going on, Kristen? What's going on, Luna, Miss Dukes? I see the folks is coming in, Wayne Harrison. I see we got a hot topic tonight. If you've already shared this video, please press 2. All right, that goes for you too, Anari. Let your folks know that you on here dropping science, trying to help the people get some more coins in their pocket. My man said, peace. Break it down. We're gonna break it down tonight, Hassan, for sure. Thanks for sharing the video. As usual, though, before we get started, I always like to say prayer. We'll go ahead and get the air nice and sanctified. So we're gonna take care of that as usual. Then we're gonna come in and get the science started. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazun, Gamafaradun, Shalel Kalum. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. All right, let's get the party started. If everybody can see both of us, press 3, because before we had like a little, we're just trying to make sure everybody can see like both sides of the screen. So Anari, if you can wave, let the people see, you know what I'm saying? Give them a little wave. We just want to make sure that everybody can, we're both going. And okay, so Kristen says she can see both of us moving. All right. So let's get it started. Anari, man, what you know about, how did you get involved in Bitcoin in the first place? I want to talk about that first. How did you get involved in Bitcoin or blockchain technology or cryptocurrency?
All right, well, look, first, I got to say thank you. I'm always open to have conversations with curious people, folks who are looking to get as much modern information as possible. Because as you heard me say last time, you don't have too many media sources that's going to give you like the Star Trek information, right?
True.
No black media talks tech, and it's going to be up to us within the community to actually bring this kind of information to our front doors, right? So I like to use it as an example of like way back in the day, right? You have various people travel to Egypt and return back to their own homelands, telling stories of all the fantastic things they saw in Egypt and replicating the culture and so on and so forth, right?
True,
I spent 5 years in San Francisco, the tech capital of the world. All the apps that you use on your phone, they got super nerds in San Francisco that know how to build those things and get you hooked. Apps, right? And it was while I was in San Francisco that I learned about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from that community. I got into the Bitcoin game back in 2009. From there, I think everyone that ever got into Bitcoin quite early has stories of losing Bitcoin or forgetting private keys, or it's a discovery process on how to use this new technology, how to become your own bank. But one of the main reasons why I stayed engaged in the technology was for business purposes.
Gotcha. So what was your business when you what was your business that got you, that said I need to get involved in this, into this cryptocurrency, or did you even see it? Were you just in business of cryptocurrency, or you was in business and you had to switch over for, to improve your business or expand your business or to stay alive in your business?
No, it was definitely something that had to switch over to improve my payment process, right? It was a gaming company. I could play you in Madden or Call of Duty for $10-20, right? Okay. But the problem with that is gamers would lose and they'll call their credit card company and say it wasn't me who just lost a $200 game of Madden. Chargebacks became a problem, and so it was either close up shop here in the Washington D.C. area or take my business to San Francisco and see if I can make something out of it. And while I was there is when I learned that you can't do chargebacks in Bitcoin. It's not centralized. There's really, it's actually perfect for the gaming environment. Rather than paying 99 cents for an avatar or jacket in a video game, or jacket for your avatar in a video game, you could literally pay a penny for it with cryptocurrency. And that got me really interested.
And so was it your idea? Were you reading the news?
So what? We're getting nerdy tonight. I really, really appreciate you giving a nerd some FaceTime, because as far as the Black community is concerned, y'all ain't got no nerds.
Man, you crazy. You talking to a nerd. Nerds run the world, man. Look, that's the whole thing. Like, you gonna make me talk about rap music, because a lot of times tonight we breaking stereotypes. That's the kind of thing that's here. So people, y'all might be like, yo, where did he meet Anari at? I seen Anari on my man's page. And I was like, yo, he answering a bunch of questions, speaking the language that I speak. I need to talk to him one-on-one. So I sat there and watched the whole video. Boom. And I was like, yo, and I had just watched the rise of Bitcoins, probably like right before Halloween, probably like the 26th or something like that. And I had been asking about how do I get started in Bitcoin without having to do multi-level marketing, without having to recruit a team. I just see it's moving. My man told me to get in February. It was $1,000. Now it's like 6,000, 6,500, and I still ain't got in. And I ain't gonna get in if I can't, if I don't know something. So how do I get in by just like putting $100 in? And so I went on Facebook and was like, yo, how do is anybody on here doing Bitcoin? Because I had never heard no Black people talking about Bitcoin. Maybe that's like one or two people. But they were doing it like multi-level marketing. They was all in my inbox. Come on, coach. Come on, get in. I was like, son, I'm not doing that no more. I just want to know how it's got to be a way I can just go cop my coins, right? So there was 148 comments. And like the story I told you, it was like, you go to church on Sunday and you think everybody's in church. Then you go to the Weed Man house on Monday and you see the same people who was in church over at the Weed Man house. You be like, I ain't know you smoke. And I saw all these people who was friends of mine who had Bitcoin. That was like, yeah, I've been in since November of last year. Y'all got in about 6 months ago. Yeah. But they never was talking about it. And so when I heard your interview, you was like, there's no Black media talking about Essence, Vibe, XXL, BET. Nobody is talking about Bitcoin. So it's like, oh, we have decided that it's okay to just sit back and get the leftovers. But when I heard you, I was like, yo, he got a point. I was like, I got a platform, and if I can get some coins and it can help my $100 go to $110, then I'm finna get in on it. And so that's what happened. We've been chopping it up. I mean, shit, damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? You're a good friend of mine, because one thing you said was you're gonna lose some friends and you're gonna make some new friends. And we must start the conversation in the community so we can start having the vernacular. So for me, I love astrology, I love Tai Chi, and I love hip hop. So a lot of my analogies are in hip hop, in Far East analogies like the I Ching or the Art of War, or I might quote KRS-One You know, if it's a crown you earn, then it's a title. If it's a title you earn, then it's well deserved. You know, without a crown, see, I still burn, pedal like a rebel in the home. You know, woo 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 woo. And so when I heard you being able to break it down from the nerd, I said, yo, this is a nerd who still speaks hip hop and he's black. I was like, oh, I got to talk to him. I got to talk to him. And ever since I've been chopping it up with you, man, I have been able to learn the philosophy of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and the difference in all three. And I know teachers, and I've been around a bunch of good teachers, master teachers. And in this particular arena, I'm recognizing you as that cat that I go to that speaks my language. You see what I'm saying? And so I just want to say, man, I appreciate it for helping me get the understanding to this. But it was too good for me to keep it to myself. And I was like, come on, bro, we got to do this right here for the people. We got to do it for me and you, you know? So, because I got tired of telling people in my inbox, like, yo, you need to try this, you need to try that. And it was like, what? Tell me more, tell me more. So I was just like, you know what, we're just going to do the show and we're just going to put it on and, you know, just go very slow and let the nerd speak and let the astrologer speak. You know what I'm saying? And just let you run tonight. You know, big shouts out to Will, you know what I'm saying, for making the initial connection. But tonight I'm gonna really, you know, get in and ask you some very leading questions, some very slow softball pitch, and I'm gonna answer. We're gonna answer the questions for everybody that's in the everybody that posted a question as well. So if y'all got questions, make sure you just type them in. Coach Kaya, get right to it. What's up, brother Michael McDonald? What's up, Stephanie? Team Sage. Oh, forgot to tell you. My audience is astrology based, so you got to introduce yourself like I did. So I said, I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. You got to introduce yourself and tell the jokers who your zodiac sign is, because you might have some cousins on here who want to represent with you too.
True that. Norris, Cancer.
Team Cancer in Washington, D.C. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we already got established that you was in the gaming industry. You got tired of chargebacks, and you was like, so who was it your ideal to get into Bitcoin? You in San Fran, you got a fledgling business that you're trying to improve upon your business. How did you hear about Bitcoins? Were you reading the newspaper or somebody hollered at you or what?
No, I really envy the community, the tech community, or just how a city is able to create an environment for anybody that wants to go to San Francisco. You got a duffel bag, just throw it over your shoulder, head over to San Francisco, and you'll find somewhere that you're going to find like minds. So when I first got there, I was staying at a place called the Startup House. The Startup House was this big warehouse that an Australian converted into just a bunch of rooms with bunk beds in it, right? So San Francisco is expensive. You only got $20. All right, cool. Bunk bed over there for you, right? You can't really swing $20. You only got $10. All right, cool. Well, just grab a pillow and go in the corner over there, right? But he built this great environment where Australians that now were coming to San Francisco, they had a cheap place to stay, right? They had connections, or at least the opportunity to have connections from the relationships that the fellow had already put in place, right? And so these are just like fantastic things that I really admire about San Francisco. And when you have people from all over the world in one pot, in one place, trying to build really, really cool things, then you come across people who are going to talk about things you never heard of before, right? I heard about Bitcoin through a fellow named Paul, a Polish, right, at the Startup House. As a matter of fact, I was the only person who bought $20 in Bitcoin from him when he was telling everybody about Bitcoin in the place, right? From there, it's just my own natural curiosity. Like, people have to stay curious. We're kind of in an environment now where, you know, you get your morale beat down pretty much 24/7, right? You may be scared to try new things here and there. But as far as technologically, it's very, very important that you stay curious. So let me backtrack a little bit, right? It was somebody that told me that whatever reason, technology has been the plight of history. Right? When Shaq Zulu was presented with a gun, right? They had people there showing him a gun. It was like, hey, my men will kill you before you refill that thing. And we all know how that story ended up, right? Yep. When technology is being presented to you, it's very important that we gravitate to it, especially when it's coming from folks who actually have like vetted experience. It's not somebody trying to put out a mixtape, right? Right. You've tried your pastors, you've tried your preachers, you've tried your politicians. You know, the next Obama is on the way, but it's now time to try your people who actually build solutions for a living, who actually think technologically for a living. And the minute you start trying your engineers and your nerds, then you're going to start seeing some immediate results. But the first thing that we're going to have to do is be a lot more, go back to being curious, encourage your kids to tinker. When I first came to the States, I opened every single electronic device I could get my hands on. I was just naturally curious. We had the basketball court. I'm leaving at 6 o'clock to watch the final episode of Star Trek. I was that guy, right? So if you lose your curiosity, then these kind of conversations are just not going to appeal to you anyway.
Man, I really, to me, that's innovation. That's innovation where you are realizing that curiosity is what feeds the imagination. 20 years ago, we didn't think about an iPad. We didn't think about an email. We didn't think about some cell phone services that had apps on them that you have to go through 3 levels of security to log into something, or that I would be able to send a picture. Would you ever have thought 10 years ago that women would be complaining that men are sending pictures of their genitalia, you know what I'm saying, to my inbox? Like, man, I'm tired of getting these dick pics. That's all because of innovation. Now, sometimes it goes haywire, sometimes it goes good. What about people who are like, yo, I was in the army, but my wife had a baby while I was gone. She sent me a picture. I live streamed that event. I got to saw my child being born, even though I wasn't there.
Oh my God! Hold up, pause, brother. Hold up. Have you seen your Bitcoin Cash?
Nah, I'm trying not to be emotional, but I mean, I can tell you that.
You gotta take a look at your Bitcoin Cash, brother, because I know we're gonna get into this conversation too. I think you're gonna jump on camera.
You want me to look on? You want me to go over here on my phone and just scroll down just a little bit?
Yeah, I want you to take a look at your Bitcoin Cash right now, because we're going to get into that part of it. I think the people are going to see you do a dance on camera.
First off, where's my homegirl?
It's at 1800. 1800. 18.
I thought it was at 16 earlier.
Yeah, it was at 16 2 minutes ago, but China just woke up.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me ask one simple question, because you know I'm notorious for asking simple questions, right? You ready for the simple question?
What's that?
What was Bitcoin Cash at 72 hours ago?
48 hours ago, Bitcoin Cash was about $500.
And right now it's up $1,000. It's about to hit 1,800.
Yeah, right now it's up at about $1,800.
It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.
It's going down. Are you doing the dance, man? You doing the dance?
Now listen. The only way that I can do a dance like this is because I have learned the philosophy of Bitcoin.
Oh shit.
What the difference is. So if you want to dance like me, you might want to pay attention to the rest of this conversation that we're having tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So get you some paper and pen. So by the end of this broadcast, we can be doing this right here. Yes.
I'm trying to pull up the Bitcoin Cash. Up 102%.
Boom. Let's not get too far in. Let's not skip too far here. Get to the conversation here. Got a couple things breaking up. Can you still hear me? Mic check.
I can hear you just as well as I could hear you.
Hold on. Trying to get my trying to make sure we all together.
Doing a takeover, yo. Oh, are you kidding me? Yo, it's like a cryptocurrency takeover.
It's a cryptocurrency takeover. So here's the thing. We got to hurry up and do this because I got to show my peoples who just got some Bitcoin yesterday how to switch it over from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. Let's talk about the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. What's the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash?
All right. So
wait. Pause. What is Bitcoin first? What is Bitcoin first? And then what's the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash?
It looks like you already have some pretty savvy crypto folks in group. Someone was asking about UBQ. UBQ is actually pretty solid. UBQ started out as Boombox, but they've come a long way technologically. Someone else, they asked about Bitcoin Gold. We don't know yet about Bitcoin Gold. One problem about Bitcoin Gold that really stalled the progress is that the developers pre-mined 100,000 coins and didn't really tell anybody, right? So they were instantly looking to become billionaires overnight.
Gotcha.
So Bitcoin, the best way to describe it is it's an incentive for you to participate in this new banking system, right? So think about the word specifically incentive, because the key technology here about Bitcoin is blockchain. The blockchain is an open source database. Anybody can write into it, but nobody can go back and edit it, right? And the blockchain is stored on all our computers. Anybody that wants to participate, you can have your computer solve Bitcoin transactions or store the logs of Bitcoin transactions, right? This is a completely open database. You can go online right now and you can actually see the first Bitcoin transaction that's ever been made to the one that was made 2 minutes ago, although it seems as though that China is trying to take over Bitcoin and replace it with Bitcoin Cash. But we'll get more on that later. So in order for you to use your computer, your electricity to store all this information, someone's going to have to give you a pretty damn good reason as to why you would pick up that electricity bill, right? And so to prevent a conversation from happening, the technology is built in that you let your computer run and solve Bitcoin transactions. And when your computer is the one that solves the transaction, you get rewarded with Bitcoin. So this is how Bitcoins are into circulation. Just for leaving your computer running, you are earning a cryptocurrency or you're earning money, right? And that part of it is called mining. The mining part is very, very important to cryptocurrencies. And this is really the real poverty solver, right? Because again, you just have computers in your home running. You can have it in your garage, in your backyard, or whatever, but they're earning you an income. Now, think about parts of the world where electricity is not really the thing, right? Sierra Leone, where I'm from, for example, it's going to take 50 years before a nuclear power plant or something U.S. comparative comes about, but they got plenty of sun. And you can do solar mining. You can have the sun run your miner and convert the sun to currency. This is the new era that we're in, right? And that's really the crux of Bitcoin. It's the blockchain. You have this incredible new database that is a global database. Anyone in the world can participate in it. No government owns it. No company owns it. Nobody can shut it down. And the most ingenious part about this whole thing is that anybody can copy the code of Bitcoin and make their own version. So if you wanted to create woman coin, you could create woman coin.
Interesting. So a lot of people still think about Bitcoin as a stock. They really don't understand the currency piece. They say, well, I want to buy me some Bitcoin and I'm going to just hold on to it until it gets big like Google. I should have bought some of Google. And now look at Google. I can't afford it. I should have bought some of Microsoft, but now I can't afford it. I should have bought, what's the next best big thing? But I don't think that people understand that Bitcoin has probably been misexplained to a lot of people. And you think that is like a Coca-Cola share of stock. It's a currency, not a share of stock. And currency has value that goes up and down. So because you're holding a dollar in your hand doesn't mean that dollar has the same value today as it did yesterday.
Very true.
And when you're looking at Bitcoin, so it's a digital form of a dollar. So just think about a digital coin, a digital form of a dollar that a group of people said is worth $1,000. And that was in February. They said it was worth $1,000. And then because of social aspects and different things and technology, last week it was worth $7,000.
Just like
so
that.
If you would have bought that little coin at $1,000, less than a year later, it would be worth $7,000. So I always say, it's the opposite of what happens to your car when you buy it. When you buy a car, the price normally goes down. And you can't do nothing to wait for it to go back up. It ain't gonna go back up. But coins and all currencies, euros, yens, African money, Swedish money, Dutch money, goes up and down. And you have to be aware of when to get it and maybe when to let it go or when to trade it. I want to always trade it with what is moving in the right direction. So for me, Bitcoin is an opportunity for me to learn the energy of money, because currency, the root word of currency is water. So when you look at cryptocurrency, you think of it as online water, but you still need to look at the history of it too. We're just giving y'all like the brief part of it. On Netflix and I think on YouTube, if y'all will go and look at the rise of Bitcoin, that right there was what started me, the rise of Bitcoin. Go find that and watch that.
I know that is like, it's a great channel. It's a great story. But ultimately, like if we're talking to the audience that I think that we're talking to, right? For me, ultimately, what made the connection for me had a math-based currency come about in the Obama era. I'm not saying this or the other. I just understand where the universe were before. A lot changed when that when we shifted that paradigm or whatever I'm trying to get to be. But a lot changed. And for me, it just made sense that all of a sudden you got a math-based currency, math-based, where any mathematician in the hood, anywhere, and any college campus and any university can actually go and check this math to say if this is something that's going to blow up or not.
So tell me about, how was the math introduced? Tell me about this dude. Who made Bitcoin? Where did the first Bitcoin come from?
Well, Bitcoin is not new technology. People have been trying to solve non-institutional backed currencies for quite some time, right? And even in American history, there are presidents who, gone out their way to keep the U.S. currency from being quote unquote institutionalized, right? The biggest problem that Bitcoin solved mathematically was what's called a double spending. How do I prove that CD that I downloaded is an original copy online? Right? It's very, very tough to do that online. Right? But the way that math solved the double spending problem, we can actually prove that CD that you got is the original digital copy. because it is stamped on this in this database that nobody can hack, nobody can change. You can always go back and take a look at it.
Man, so you're telling me that, because I know a lot of people that are, some people are afraid of Bitcoin because they think that the government, since the government hasn't recognized it, the government may come and pull the plug on, and so it's some kind of big scam. What's backing Bitcoin? Why can't the government come over here and just shut down cryptocurrency?
An idea that came out, right? So, name one of a math formula, the Pythagorean theorem, right? Are you ever going to put that back in the bottle? Are you going to say that, hey, everybody forget this, you forget you ever learned what this thing is, right? So there's no way that they can prevent anybody from copying code or rewriting mathematical formulas in different ways. So if you want to shut down Bitcoin, you pretty much have to turn off the internet. You have to shut down every single computer in the world that's participated in the blockchain ecosystem. That's just not going to happen, right?
Wow.
And in addition to that, keep in mind that anybody can copy the code. So you shut down Bitcoin, but you got 800 other clones that do a variety of different things that you got to go shut down also.
Whoa. A lot of people think that Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency. Are you telling me it's more than just Bitcoin?
There's a whole lot of cryptocurrencies. Again, anybody can copy the code and make their own currency. I created a currency for gaming quite some time ago. I'm creating a new currency now for the world of automation. Anybody can create a currency. It's like for the first time in human history, whatever monetary policy you think the world needs, you can actually contribute your idea to that and test it.
Whoa. So check it out. I want to thank everybody who's on here listening right now. Y'all need to share this joint. I got to take roll call. We got Team Taurus, Team Cancer in here, Water and Earth, giving y'all this good information tonight. I need to get a roll call of who has shared this. So I always pause and be like, okay, yo, how many people shared this? Or if you've already shared this video, press 2. Or if you plan to share this video, please press 2. Because the more people that you have this conversation about. So I'm gonna turn it back. I'm gonna ask Nara this question. What are the 3 things that you said the other night when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency that need to happen as soon as possible?
Well, the very first thing that you got to do is just get your hands on Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, right? Because when you get your hands on it, you play around with it, you see how this thing works, you see how it fluctuates, then you can start having ideas on how to make it for you in your life, right? The second thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need some friends in the Bitcoin space because a lot of information to catch up to. There's a lot of information to know. A friend of yours could have read an article that some cryptocurrency is doing something or another that you be privy to because it may make you a profit, right? So you're going to need your friends and relatives to now actually start engaging in a whole lot of different conversations. We talked about LeBron enough, right? We can start talking about some really, really cool things as well. And then after that, now, it's time to move, make some moves, right? How are you going to move your Bitcoins? Are you going to start mining? Or are you going to day trade? Or are you going to trade? Or are you just going to hold Bitcoin? Because like the gentleman on Will's stream said the other day, no one who's ever held Bitcoin has lost money, right? And a variety of other coins as well that you can hold that's going to do very well, including Bitcoin Cash, man. Like, if there's anybody right now should pause if you can and get your hands on Bitcoin Cash because likely it's going to be a $5,000 coin by the end of the month. I usually don't do like price spotting and things like that, but from all the crypto news that's coming about, it seems as though Bitcoin Cash is about to be the thing that replaces Bitcoin.
Wow. And here's the good part I like about it. I'm not attached emotionally to none of it. I just move mine over to where it's running at. You know what I'm saying? I just slid on over. I was like, oh, okay, Bitcoin Cash is popping. Bitcoin is not popping. Let me slide on over here and just ease on over.
Do that.
And it was based upon my curiosity. It goes back to, you know what I'm saying, what you said at the beginning. It was based off of my curiosity. I couldn't sit back and just be like, yo, everybody else is doing it. I just got tired of just imagining that I was missing something. 1800? Oh, she fell back down. She's 1729, but hey.
Yeah, it was just at 2200.
What?
Bruh, I mean, you got hot tip, brother. You got a hot tip, man. Put the house on that, like early.
I could have got in earlier. I was about 12 hours late, but you know, I'm not mad. It's all good. But right now, I think, yeah, Bitcoin. Now, where can people go get Bitcoin Cash at?
All right,
if they want to get what can they go get?
Right. But keep in mind, again, ideally, this technology is intended to be peer-to-peer. Me doing business with you. You bought Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash when it's 500. It's now 1,800. I'm looking to get to Bitcoin. I'm supposed to hit you up and be like, look, I'm trying to get $50 in Bitcoin Cash. You say, okay, cool. All right. If you bought it at 500 and it's still 500, then you would go ahead and charge 2 or 3% for that transaction, right? That's not the laws and rules around the area as far as that's concerned. However, I'm saying that it's intended to be peer-to-peer currency. So you're supposed to have some cryptocurrencies on deck where your family members, your aunt, your uncles can hit you up and say, I want some Bitcoin, right? Because ideally, these are things that want to have around family anyway. All right? Why go take you $200 and go put it on an ATM when you could give that $200 to a family member or a friend and they give you the Bitcoin? It's collateral. It just keeps going back and forth, right? And this is also something that works fantastic for kids. Like any 10-year-old can trade cryptocurrencies. This is your new allowance. Just give them $50 and put them in front of Bittrex. Let them go make their money.
A question that came about. What's the highs and lows?
That's really a question that you should be concerned about in this terrain, right? I mean, you have all the data already available for you. You can look at 8 years of data of cryptocurrencies, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, a variety of them, and you can pick the one that is most comfortable for you. Right, there are apps and services that you can use that will give you notifications on when a coin is about to pop off, and you can make trading decisions then. But I really can't say the highs and lows. It's an anything goes environment.
Right. So this is what I think the highs and lows of Bitcoin is. To be uneducated, that's the low. That's the low, because it's not. Bitcoin is just think about euros, yen, Dutch marks, and the dollar bill are 4 types of currency. Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple are 5 types of cryptocurrency.
Exactly.
So that's how you have to start looking at it. We're being programmed to think that there's only one coin, but Bitcoin is getting the most conversation. Let me look at it like this. Everybody knows the Crips came out of the Bloods, okay? But there's more Bloods than there are Crips. But they both are gang, okay? So Bitcoin is the grandfather that populated all these other joints. He just came first. And he's the most popular. He got the most attention. But he also opened the way for other people to create different types of currencies and open up the mind. But the piece I like about it the most is the safe contracts. Can you talk about how cryptocurrency, hold on, let me do my example first. I always got an example I do for people. So we got a cup and we got a couple pieces of paper, right? And I put them in the cup, right? And it's good. I'm using lottery tickets as an example, right? Okay. And then I got a table that this cup sits on, right? Okay. In the cup are the different types of currency, which is Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, whoever. Then the cup is the exchange where all the currencies are that are trading. They're trading. But the table that that is on is the blockchain technology. The blockchain technology. So even though I use the word Bitcoin to get your attention, Lafir, to get your attention, Latifa, to get your attention, Dana, I want you to pay attention to the blockchain technology. The blockchain technology. The currencies may come and go, but you need to understand and start focusing on blockchain technology. If you can start to focus on the technology that carries and makes cryptocurrency even available to people and making it valuable around the world, then you will start to be way ahead of the game. To me, the low side is when you think that Bitcoin is everything, but don't know what blockchain technology is. What y'all should be asking the nerd right now is, what is blockchain technology and how does that help my business as a Black entrepreneur? I'm going to ask the question, Anari, how does blockchain technology help my business as a young Black entrepreneur? Or if I'm a big, or if I'm a big business, why is blockchain technology so important?
Well, so it's a couple of reasons. The most important reason is that do I know how much to invest in cryptocurrency?
Hold on, don't answer that one yet. No, that's your next question. Go ahead and answer mine, then we're gonna come to that one. Go ahead and answer. All right, cool. Go ahead and answer the question, and we're gonna come to that one next. That's a good question.
All right, cool. So for businesses, the most revolutionary use case so far for cryptocurrency has been in actually raising capital, right? There are these things called ICOs. ICOs are like IPOs, initial public offering, but in the crypto space, they call it initial coin offering, right? Where you can say, I'm going to release 100 million of my coins, right? And you can buy them at 10 cents each. When the coins go on an exchange, they could be worth 15 cents, 20 cents. You sell them, you make your profit. But we got the capital that we need to go build this really, really cool thing that we want to go build that will create a pile of jobs, right? So far, ICOs have raised billions of dollars in 2018 for startups. And that is hands down been a really, really awesome vehicle for entrepreneurs who really just couldn't get funded before. So for certain communities, for our community, you're going to have a lot of young people that are currently in college, like Howard, for example, has a small bubbling cryptocurrency community, right? If they decide to host their own ICO to launch whatever startups that they want to launch on campus, they have to be able to reach out to folks within their communities to say, hey, look, we're selling tokens to fund our startups. They're 10 cents each right now. If no one in the community knows what the heck these tokens are, and it's you can buy $5 in tokens to help a startup grow, right? You spend $5 on less things. So now think about, just because you are not informed about blockchain technology, you are not playing a part in creating jobs in an economy in your own community. Now that it's the easiest as possible to do it, as far as getting capital to do so, right? So if just the fact that you're not willing to find value in information, that's going to be very, very limited within the community. So in my case, when I go about often talking about my cryptocurrency platform, it takes a second, right? When was the last time you heard, you saw a brother will come up to you and start talking about, I want you to use this cryptocurrency that I just created, this money that I just created, right? And I mean, you know, clearly I'm African, you're going to start thinking Nigerian scam, right? But we have to like start getting more involved in these smart conversations, so that's not the case, in short. I don't know if that answered the question, or if that answered the question in a roundabout way, but the way that blockchain impacts the Black community the most is to be able to fund your startup idea via the ICO model. Now, there are legitimate businesses that have been created on top of the blockchain. You can look at Patient Tree. Patient Tree is a medical service on the blockchain that was launched by a sister, and she raised $9 million using the ICO model to launch her company. Storage is another one that was launched by a brother. And with this one, you can rent out computer space to other people. So you got a gig of computer space that you're not using. I can rent that from you securely and pay you in this cryptocurrency called storage, right? So there's some really awesome products that are being built on top of the blockchain that you know, can give you direction on how impactful the blockchain can be for your community as well.
Oh man, appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm going to come back to, before we ask that other question, I want to talk about crypto communities and something you said recently about colleges could start their own cryptocurrency mining operations on college campuses. So I went to North Carolina A&T. We have the #1 engineering department like in the country as far as HBCUs. They don't have a mining operation going on. Also, there are some computer science professors who don't even have Bitcoin. What do you have to say if someone is studying computer science and their professor doesn't even have any Bitcoin? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I would honestly suggest that you drop out that class. To be quite honest, you're not going to get anything relevant from a computer science mind that is not engaged in the most computer sciencey thing going on right now, right? Look, I've said over and over, mining is the most profitable part of the cryptocurrency space. It is the poverty solver, right? This is a legitimate opportunity for us to return to the one-parent-at-home household. The husband or the wife is at home mining the miners or doing cryptocurrency trading, and the other one's out earning the greenbacks if that's the case, right? Every single university, not just HBCUs, but every single university can set up a mining operation on campus. They can afford it. Well, the ones who we definitely know can afford it for sure, right? These mining operations are very profitable. If you go on YouTube and you Google China mining farms, you see massive warehouses of nothing but miners. Again, the miners are just solving cryptocurrency transactions and then collecting the transaction fee for that and earning an income from it, right? And a solid mining operation could literally earn you $1 million a day. Now, obviously, the investment to set one up is pretty high, but these universities can't afford that. Every single mega church in America should have a mining operation. You don't need to invest in collection.
Whoa.
So just think about how community impactive that would be alone.
Wow. So what do you think about this term crypto community? What do you think about that? When you hear the term crypto community, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean when you hear that term crypto community?
Well, it shouldn't mean that you're you have a different vibration, right? You understand modern economy, right? You've changed with the money. The money changed. The money definitely changed. Now you just have to change with the money, right? the most empowering thing that a lot of people in certain communities can do is get their hand on cryptocurrency. And we can't say it enough. And unfortunately, you have to make it, you almost have to force it into the hands of some people. But it's very important that we fast, because here's what's going to happen. Right now, there's a community in South Africa that wants to create a white-only cryptocurrency.
Whoa.
And that is very, very possible, right? There's
Whoa.
actually a Jewish cat who's proposed creating a Jewish cryptocurrency.
Whoa.
This is actually legitimately, give me a weekend and I can create a cryptocurrency specifically for any community that you want. Right. Now, whether or not the community is going to engage it and use it, then that's a different story. But that limitation of economy is gone. And we need to like realize that.
Wow. The sister just created guap cryptocurrency. Remember I sent you that article about the guap coin?
I read it.
Right. I think that it's just very important that, and look, she's having something November the 15th here, I guess, in Atlanta. I think that the one big thing that I take away from all the stuff that you said is having someone to talk to. I need to talk to someone when I'm doing astrology. I need other astrologers around, because the first thing happens is you look at me and say, I'm weird. So that's why I want to get into that part about Black people, man. We getting ready to get real right now. We getting ready to get real on their ass right now. We're gonna put that to the side. I want to ask you a question: is why do Black people think everything is a scam every time something comes around? Why you always think that Black people think, well, you from Africa, you gonna scam me, or you was doing something else last year, so you gonna scam me? And then when they find out it's not a scam, then they want to be all over it. But when they came, you know what I'm saying, and it was coming from somebody that looked like them, smelled like them, and do what they do too, they thought it was a scam. So why do you think that the Black community, African American, Africans, Nubians, Moors, Kemites, Nuwapians, I don't care, as long as you got melanin, why do you think they always the last one to get on to something? What do you think that's about, in your personal opinion, as a Black nerd? You know, so you're a Black nerd from Africa, so talk to me.
Wow. Look, I have it any easier. All right. The Sierra Leone community isn't quite easy to convince either. Right. Nigerians, on the other hand, Nigerians are the hustlers of the Africans. I mean, they get things done. Right? I gotta say, on the scale of get it doneers, if you can't get a Jew, get a Nigerian. Like on a scale of get it doneers. Straight up.
Oh, okay. You gave me that, but tell me why. Tell me why there's such hesitancy on these type of things, man, popping off, man. What's going on? Like there used to be a Black Voices that went away. There used to be a Black Planet, and now Mark Zuckerberg took the very same combination of Black Voices and Black Planet and built a Facebook. So why is it? You know, it's not like we lack intelligence. Is it the unity? Is it the greediness? One person don't want to share with the other. I'm thinking you're going to stick with my idea. What do you think it is?
Okay. All right. So here is my answer from the outside of look at it. Right. And quite often when conversations like this happened, I have to context it and say that I cannot speak as earnestly as you can about the American Black experience. I came to the United States in 1988 when I was 10 years old. Right?
Gotcha.
Now, it seems as though that the outsider voice isn't always as welcomed in presenting solutions, if you want to use that word in quotations for a second, right? If you look at other communities, it's largely the outsiders that are the moving forces. Elon Musk is not, is not classic American, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Jobs was not classic American.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the innovation that's going on in the United States is actually been ignited by outsiders, outside ideas, immigrants that come and just, bring an outsider's view into it. It's no different than if you went to Sierra Leone right now, you'd be going around like, why y'all doing it this way? Try it this way. Why y'all doing it this way? Try it this way. You'd bring your own outsider's perspective into their environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems as though the American Black community is very anti-listening to anyone considered an outsider. So nobody can even say that, let's have a solid, I hate the word conversation, but let's discuss an opportunity to actually move in some kind of actionable manner, right? So when I say the things that I'm about to say, I don't want it to be taken as though that, oh, he's not even American anyway, so he can't say those things.
Hey man, look,
So
you ain't got a preference to my audience. My audience, it ain't gonna get no raw in the way I bring it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. You ain't got a preference in it. And if you offend somebody, they'll take it up with me. You're gonna speak your mind over here. You got the floor. You know what I'm saying? So tell them what you see. You know what I'm saying? Ask somebody who came here at 10 years old. Just tell them what you see, because ain't nobody on my show gonna run up on a Nari, because I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around here gonna have respect for what people have to say, and then if they got something to say, then they can say what they want to say. So tell these jokers why you feel that. You done been an observer. Talk to us.
I appreciate that, right? I think the number one thing that we just have to come to an agreement on is the math, right? 42 million people may not be able to sustain certain industries, and we just have to come to an agreement with that. You're going to need to reach out outside the globe. Being Black does not stop at the American shores, right? That is something very, very important that we have to come to an agreement on, where everyone just extends their hands from all parts of, Haiti, Jamaica, whatever. American Blacks, are we together or not? Let's come to an agreement. If the answer is yes, okay, cool. Here's what we can do. You're going to need to expand your economy outside of 42 million people. Right? So there are some simple things economically that I think are easy. What you eat and what you wear, right? What you eat and what you wear is enough to sustain an economy. And these are the very same things that I preach to Sierra Leoneans, right? There's no reason for your babies to be wearing Pampers if you can find some neighbor that's, doing drop shipping of Pampers from some country elsewhere. That's sustaining your own economy. Now, it's easier said than done, obviously, but that's where you get your techies involved, because we can actually build the tools that make it possible for you to circulate the economy, to create an economy in a digital manner, right? So, for example, if I launch a cryptocurrency, like the cryptocurrency that I'm creating right now called owo, right? I shouldn't have to come out and advertise this is a coin for Black people. It's not going to work, right? And I'm not saying this against Guap people, right? But anything on the internet, you mentioned this, anything on the internet that has been Black targeted has failed. It doesn't matter if it's Black Planet, Black this, and so on and so forth. You don't create a closed economy for a currency. That doesn't make any sense, right?
Buy Black and suicide. You done heard me tell you that a couple times. Buy Black and suicide.
So I have to be able to now present these solutions without always having to throw the word Black. It's for us, it's Black, 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 because it's not reality. You're going to need more people.
Gotcha.
So that's it in short, pretty much.
Um, I think that one of the main, to me, I think the reason is lack of value in ourselves. I'm gonna just be real blunt with it because I've been here in America and I studied the American history and the American banking system, and I think it's we don't value ourselves. Yes, we are subjected to everyone's marketing and everyone pulls from us, but I think if we realized that and start valuing ourselves, we'd have more confidence when it comes to um, getting involved in new innovations other than fashion and music. We always get in the safest innovation. If it's music and a microphone and a mixtape, we want to get involved.
Okay, let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. What's up? What's up, player? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be hot. Or if it's a off the shoulder, or let's cut some holes in our jeans, or let's make tie-dye shirts or whatever. We always are into appeasing the ears and the eyes, or I'm gonna open a restaurant, I'm gonna get my food on. We always taking care of the lower level things around us. And just facts like facts. Black people, white people too, but for sure enough, the whatever you say, 42 million black people that's in America, man, y'all need to step y'all innovation up. Y'all need to step y'all imagination up. I've told y'all over and over, stop letting your imagination be tied to your checkbook. Well, I don't have money, so I can't be innovative. Let me tell you about OWO. First off, all of y'all I told all of y'all to take notes, right? And I told y'all to write some stuff down. And I keep flashing the thing across the screen, owo.world. And some of y'all always got to have something explained to you. And then when you got to have something explained to you, you're so cautious. Let me tell you about caution. Caution is doubt causing you to miss your own opportunities, okay? When you always got to process something, the universe loves speed. So every time you say, I got to process that, let me process that. Processing delays action. Somebody write that down and type it in the joint. Processing delays action. Now, some of you are too religious. I got to get to those, and you left those out. They want to say, well, my leader told me this, and my leader told me that. And you still waiting on your leader to come tell you something, and your leader might be in jail, or your leader's mind may be in jail, and your leader took your mind to jail too. And since your leader didn't say it, you forgot how to think and investigate and be curious on your own. Because the ego is so sensitive, you always looking for approval. Listen, man, I think you should be looking for paper. You should be looking for happiness. You should be looking for joy. You should be looking for generational wealth. You better go to owo.world, odo.world. You don't understand how it works. Guess what? You're looking at one person who know how it works, and you're looking at another person who created it, who got a whole team in the room every day working on it. I called and said, y'all got a question about OWO or whatever. He turned the camera around. He got a table full of youngins, 25, 21, 22, 23, 26. He the senior citizen in the room. You know what I'm saying? Me too, though. Me too. That's how it is in the tech industry, yo. When you in your 40s, the millennials in their 20s, man, they are they are the bloodline to it, but they need our wisdom. And some of us are like, well, but remember, what did the text tell you? Wisdom shall come from the mouths of babes. Wisdom shall come from the mouths of babes, not you old folks, not like me. I'm listening to the young people. Anari was on the line. He put the young sister on the line, and she hit me to the game. She was like, Kaya, you need to do woo, woo, woo. And Kaya said, woo, woo, woo. And then I told her, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I was like, Anari, we're going to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? That right there, that's what's up. That right, yeah. So owo.world, in my definition, so I'm going to give you the street definition from Kaya, and then I'm going to let the creator break it down and help correct my particular words. OWO is, like he said, he created a coin, a currency that he's working on. And before it hits the market, he's selling it for 4 cents. That means 4 pennies on the dollar. So so I can get 100 of these OWO coins for $4. That's what I did. Now, when he goes to market, if these coins go from 4 cents to 25 cents, I made 16-cent profit times 100. You do the math. I'm about to go over there and buy $50 worth of owo coins. What he does with the money is his business, but he's a smart businessman, and he has created a way for me to buy in at a part of his company and have working capital to work on his dream. So all of you who have a dream that needs financing and capital, meet your cousin Anari. Your cousin Anari figured it out. So if you don't understand blockchain, understand a brother with a dream who figured it out where he could get capital and keep his integrity. Anari, how do you sleep at night when you sell 10? When I spent that $4 with you, how did you sleep that night when I spent $4?
I was it's a really, really good feeling.
Right. He didn't steal from nobody. He ain't selling no dope. He ain't, like, his mama is proud of him. You see what I'm saying? Like, he ain't out here sticking up folks. He ain't doing none of that. He ain't lying to nobody. He's providing for somebody, and he provided capital. Now, I ain't gonna, I ain't counting about his pockets, but he got it on the screen. So the man said, I got 10 million coins. He done sold 3 million of those coins plus. So when you take 3 million times 4 cents, the man done raised over $100,000 that he don't have to pay back to nobody, no loan, no grant. He done created $100,000 to go work on his dream. So don't sit here and tell me, oh, well, I'm not sure. So you're gonna tell me that you can't go buy 25 coins from this man for $1? Is you that broke? Are you that mentally broke? That's why I'm always talking about financial psyche, man. We have to change our psyche and change our conversation. You say you're looking for somebody to support, then support some technology. Now watch this. Not only do you get the coins with the opportunity for them to go up in value, they can't go down. Like, to wash my clothes is gonna cost me $16. So why can't I give this brother $4? So not only that though, the brother gives you technology that you ain't never had your hands on. I'm in my late 40s. I've never had some technology working for me in my sleep. I used to think it was my website, but this brother got these things called bots, and I'm gonna get him to explain what bots are. And these bots, as long as you buy one coin for 4 cents, you get 50 bots to go work for you to mine, or not mine, but trade cryptocurrency. And I can put up a screenshot right now that I have 27 wins and 0 losses with this man's bots. 27 wins and 0 losses using the bots in the last 48 hours. Because I just figured it out. But once I figured it out, it was really easy. And the only blockage was me. I was really the one blocking myself because all I had to do was read the instructions. And a lot of people don't. For real, word up. So, okay, so hold on. Here go a black person question. And I'm gonna answer this right here before I go to you and you tell them what a bot is. The brother says, what do 500 get me back in a month? This right here, and this my man, Daryl, this my homeboy, right? But this is a nigga question. Straight like that. This is a nigga question. There's no way nobody can tell anybody what $500 can get you back in a month because of the volatility and there is some complexity in the market. So $500 in a month will get you back a reflection of your intellect. And it will get you a reflection of how attentive you are and want to pay attention. That's what $500 will get you. Is that close? Is that a respectable answer to what $500 get me back in? Like, look how it's worded. What $500 get me back in a month? Like, you got to put more complexity and more imagination even in the questions. And I ain't disrespecting my people. That's my man. But it's just, and he may be joking. He could be joking because he's a comedian too. That's Paul Mooney's son. So he could be just cutting the funny. So, but we have to think of if you got 500, then why don't you take 100 and see what and learn with $10? Why don't you learn with $50? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes we get too polarized. We either frozen on this wall or we over here on this wall, like rushing to our destruction. Don't rush to your destruction, but don't be stuck Velcro to the wall of doing non-action either. All right. So that's kind of like my take on what $500 get you in a month. Like, first off, you have to understand the OO system. So first off, don't worry about ask what the system will do first, and then you can start talking about what can 500 do. Where did you put the 500? Did you put the 500 in Bitcoin? Did you put the 500 in Bitcoin Cash? Did you put it in Ethereum? Did you put it in Bitcoin and let the bots mine it for you? Where did you put it? Okay, so that's what you have to pay attention to instead of just say, I want to throw money at my problems. And that is what I think. That's why a lot of black people have gotten taken, because they want to throw money at something. And then when you don't give them a return on their money, they be all like, oh man, see, it don't work, man. That nigga ain't do what he supposed to done. See, I can't trust that nigga. I got to go over there with the white man. No, man, you can't just throw money at anybody to say, what will this particular thing do right here? So before I turn it back over to my man Anari to explain what a bot is, or if he wants to answer this question, what 500 get me back in a month, I want you, everyone who signed up for OWO tonight, even if you don't understand, to press 1. Press 1 if you signed up for OWO in the last 12 hours you've been seeing me. So press 1 if you signed up for OWO, and then I'm gonna turn it back over to Anari. And the first question is, whichever one you want. You want to talk about the bots, or you want to talk about what 500 get me in a month?
Well, let's answer the brother's question, right? And it really all depends. If your objective is to throw $500 into the bots and just to see if it'll make you, some kind of passive income, by all means do that. I have $2,000 that my bots are trading with, and I've lost way more money by myself than the bots ever lost me. But is that the best use? No, I'm being serious. Right? You get nervous. You see that 10% dive, you selling. Get me out of here. I'm not keeping my money in that. Right? But bots, they don't have those cancer swings. Right? Now, is the $500 the best use of your money to tie it up in the cryptocurrency space with just trading? Right? Because there's some other opportunities. Right. If you were just involved with information with Brother Kair, then the bucks should have went into Bitcoin Cash earlier today. Right. I would have hands down told you myself. I told Kair, pause your bots, take your money out, put it in Bitcoin Cash. Right. So you would have seen that $500 become $1,500 within the past 24 hours.
Holla, 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 holla.
And that's just from just being, shoulders length away from information, just talking up Bitcoin. Hey, what's going on in the markets today, right? That's why I said you're going to need those friends. Now, if you want to spend that $500 in mining as well, you can do that, right? You can spend $500, get you some GPU miners, head down to Best Buy, CompUSA, whatever computer store is around you, buy some GPU miners, and you're likely going to be able to turn that $500 into $700, $900, and $1,200 within 90 days just from mining. Right? So that's before we even get on the trading side. So there are various ways of opportunity in the cryptocurrency space. It's just going to have to be eventually what's comfortable for you.
Voila. What's comfortable for you? Absolutely. I love that one right there. I want to go back to another question the sister asked about. She said, a couple of comments. The universe loves crypto the universe loves crypto concert, baby. Some other people are also learning. Processing delays action. Yes, processing delays action. Ain't nobody got time for that. Also, what technology? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna come back to Doris's. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Anari, your turn. Your turn. That's the question we had earlier.
All right. So, how do you know how much to invest in cryptocurrency? It's really what's going to be comfortable for you. Again, don't put yourself in a position where you saying, "Well, I want to wait till I get $1,000." No, if you got $10, there are coins that are trading at under a penny. That $10 could do very well for you. But somewhere within a 90-day span, one of these cryptocurrencies is going to flip. Right? You can hold on to one. Somewhere within a 90-day span, it's going to at least double. Because even the creators of the coin, if the coin is not performing well on the exchange, they have to keep their coins on the exchange. So they themselves will have to go in at some point and buy up their own coins just to give it some market activity, right? So just by holding almost any coin for at least 90 days, at some point it's going to double. You just have to be there to catch it.
Wow. Wow. Well, pause right there. I think that the big thing to catch in between the lines, what he just said, is Bitcoin is not the only way to get paid. Is that accurate? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it's very, very accurate. And quite honestly, if your objective is wealth in the cryptocurrency space, then you want to get in on a coin from scratch. You want to get in from a coin when it is a penny. Right? We work together as a community. We push it up to $10, to $25, to $50. All the cryptocurrencies exist. They have a strong community backing. You need your community, right? Your community gives coin value. Everybody's in this together. You got the coin at 4 cents. We work our asses off and push that shit to 5 cents. Everyone is good. Nobody can say that they got screwed in the deal.
I got a couple other questions. Watch this right here. This one's getting ready to be popping. This is right up your alley too. Look at this question. How do you learn what to do, how to do, etc.? Can I go first on this one? Can I go first? Can I go first? Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Shit. The 3 things Anari told us to do. Get you some Bitcoin, start the conversation up, and start investigating. Those are the 3 things. Who are you? Look at your environment. The first thing you must do is you're gonna have to switch your environment. You can't learn if you're around a bunch of scaredy cats. So the first thing I tell you to do is you're gonna have to be willing to change your environment. That's number 1. 2, you can best believe there's gonna be some Coach Khayr classes coming on here, but I'm gonna separate it. I ain't gonna just be coming on Facebook teaching. I'm gonna do a webinar. I'm already done told Anari, like, yo, I'm doing a webinar. I want you to come on. If you don't come, I'm still doing the webinar, but I'm not doing it for free, even if it's $10 or $20, because I want people to I only want the serious people to come first. So you're gonna have to find where are the serious people. How much is your education worth? How much is it worth to you? Because if you rely on free things, Anari, didn't I tell you the other day, people who don't pay attention? Didn't I tell you that?
Very true.
People who don't pay attention. So for me, how do you learn is be willing to switch your environment and get you some people that you can talk to. Are you trying to do it singularly from behind the covers? Because if you're trying to do it from behind the covers and just figure it all out through YouTube videos and just reading, it's going to be very, how do I say this? It's going to be very, very like borderline failure because you need support. The man just said, we got to get together and push. So that's the first principle right there that I feel that we got to do. Anari, what's your answer to how do we learn? What do we do? And how do we do?
Yeah, you need ears and voices around you having this conversation. Right? It's a tough road to go at it alone because the wealth of information that you got to catch up on, you're going to feel isolated. You need someone to talk to, right? Now, there are going to be some online groups and forums and so on and so forth. There's actually a pretty strong community of sisters on Twitter that are trying to push Black women into cryptocurrency. So I don't think that you'll find yourself as isolated as it may sound, because there are more and more groups trying to get involved. But there's a group that's trying to let sisters know this is the most empowering thing that you can do, because legitimately even if it's for yourself or for your family. But this is the best way to return back to the one parent at home household. You have machines working for you.
The machines is working for you. Oh, well, here we go. Let's talk. Wait a minute, I got another question. No, I got to get to this question too. What about automation, Anari? You said one time about automation was coming, people getting ready to lose some jobs, but that might be a good thing. Why is automation a good thing, Anari?
Well, at this point, that's the only way that you should be looking at it. Otherwise, it is doom and gloom, right? You got to look at it from the upside, man, because it is going to be massive layoffs all around, right? Naturally, for profit incentives, businesses are going to transition to more autonomous systems. If they can cut out that $25 an hour payroll person, they will, right? And if they can cut out that $150 an hour lawyer, they will. Right, so it doesn't matter if it's automation, you know, at McDonald's or automation or at Goldman Sachs. Everybody's going, right? There's no discrimination against that. The machines don't care. You're gone. However, in that process, machines will also earn you an income because every single electronic device you have will be doing some version of cryptocurrency mining, either paying for its own use or earning you an income, right? Just like every apartment, every house comes with a microwave, in the future, every home will have some variation of a miner in it. Now, that's part of the automation side, it's on the mining side, right? But there are going to be automated systems for your income as well. Your income will be fully automated, period. Right? You'll have, much like you have some Alexa, you know, Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, you know, is it going to rain today? You're going to be able to do the exact same thing. Alexa, how many stocks did you trade for me today? Alexa, how good did you perform on my portfolio today? You're going to have those systems replacing stockbrokers and bankers and so on and so forth, pretty much handling your finances for
you. Hey, somebody probably just pissed on themselves and was like, that's the Antichrist, Anari. Wait a minute, Anari. I always want to have my hands on something. Wait. Yo, it's coming. Did you hear what the nerd said? Did you hear what the guy who used to sleep on the floor in San Francisco told you? It's coming. You will not stop it, okay? Whether you want to participate or not, it's coming. So you can either get down or get rolled over. That's what I say. So we're trying to help you get down because automation is coming. So you should get your children. Those of you who have lots of children, my homegirl Stephanie shot more than 5 children. You know what? More than 5 of y'all will be learning about mining right now. That's what'll be happening in my house. So I wish I had 5 children right now. Guess what happens? I know what we're going to be studying. We're going to be studying blockchain technology. I ain't worried about the cryptocurrency. Because if I study blockchain technology and automation and artificial intelligence, then that's what's next.
You will be all right. Like blockchain developers, by the end of the year next year, they're going to be starting at $250K a year. If you have any students in college right now, they should be studying computer science. If you have any students in computer science right now, they should only be studying blockchain. Right, blockchain developers will easily be starting at $250,000 a year next year because banks are fighting to get them on board. Definitely have your son if computer science is interest.
Wait a minute. Did you say the banks are fighting to start off young people who are experienced in blockchain technology at $250,000 a year? Is that what you just said?
Oh, that's easy money.
Easy money?
That's easy money, right? So right now, they're in a conundrum. This very same blockchain developer that you pay $250,000 likely already has a few Bitcoins in him or herself. Him or her is not broke, right? So it's a completely different motivation as to why they want to come work with your company in the first place now.
He's like, son, I build the technology you trying to hire me for. I got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and I got Bitcoin. And my account, I'm already at $700,000. So what do you mean you want to pay me? I gotta wait a whole year to get 250? I can go to the beach and smoke weed and do a little bit of programming, and I got 20 bots getting my stuff, and I got cloud mining, and I got mining in the basement. So I got 2 mines going. I got my own Bitcoins. I'm trading myself, and you trying to give me 250K? Nah, bro, come back tomorrow. I don't know. Call me back. Call me back.
Right? You want me to stay at a computer for 8 hours, 9 hours a day? Are you out of your mind? So the competition for blockchain developers is fierce, and every single university. I mean, Google set up shop at Howard. Not specifically for blockchain, but eventually that's going to be the case. Microsoft is heavily invested in blockchain. Supposedly, the reason why Microsoft bought LinkedIn is their interest in Ethereum. Ethereum is a smart contracts platform, right? Ethereum is like it's the wildest version of Bitcoin you could possibly have, right? You're able to write code on top of money. I can say that I'm going to loan you $15. I want that $15 to come back to me in 30 days with 5% interest that's taken from this account. That is going to execute regardless if I'm dead or alive, right? So we're moving into the world of smart contracts. You don't need lawyers anymore. You can actually write whatever agreement we're going to get into, real estate agreement, marriage agreement, whatever it is, you can put that into code on a smart contract, and it'll last a heck of a lot longer than any legal document.
Boom, boom. You see that Stephanie just said that her son is at UCLA right now.
Yes,
so,
if he has computer science interests, definitely point him in the computer science direction. It's going to be very tough to find jobs in any other field outside of that, because someone's going to need to fix the robots.
Somebody's gonna have to fix the robots, and that's a tidy job.
Have to fix the robots.
Look. For those of you old heads on here, remember how they used to offer you a job to clean up behind the horses and shovel and doo-doo? Now they want you to clean up behind the robots. Now you get to charge them doo-doo prices. You can be like, no, it's not. I already got an offer for $350 with these cats. So if you want me to clean up behind your robots, I'm gonna need that, and I can only come to work 4 days a week, and I can only work 5.5 hours, and that's in my smart contract. So if you want to accept my job proposal, you gave me a job offer, I gave you a job proposal. Here's the contract, and I'm only gonna work for 6 months. Now, click yes if you accept, and click no, then we'll keep it moving, because I just sent this same proposal to 5 or 6 companies. I think what I'm hearing is that cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, imagination, and technology are bringing the power back to the people. Am I close, Anari? Is that close?
Very, very much so, right? But there are some hidden caveats, man. I really don't want it to sound to emphasize the doom and gloom aspects of it, because we're also transitioning into an era where you're this, but you can code. You're a doctor who can code. You're a lawyer who can code. You're an accountant who can code, right? Because these are the new billionaires coming up, right? The accountants who know how to write code are going to be able to write some incredible smart contract finance agreements, right? The doctors who know how to write code are going to be able to create blockchain applications that know how to finagle around medical records and things like that, right? So your expertise, your realm of expertise, you can also transition that over into the blockchain.
What about us old heads like myself who don't know how to write code? How do I benefit? How can I benefit from, this technology in the future? Like, I don't want to go back to UCLA, and I don't want a degree in cryptocurrency. How does it benefit me?
Well, it really all depends on how you want to participate, man. Right? So The most powerful thing that I was told quite some time ago is that you are the influencer. You are the influencer of all things big and small in your life, right? So at this moment in time, whatever it is that you want to influence or be influenced by, or who you want to influence, is up to you. Right.
Gotcha.
If you want to learn how to code, knock yourself out. There are plenty of services online, YouTube, and I taught myself how to code on Google, right? And I like to tell, I went to Google University. I proudly tell people I went to Google University. I know fans and buts about it. Now, however, though, the fact that you're engaged, you're curious, is really the most important thing that you can do, regardless of the fact if you can code or not. Because again, you're going to have your nieces, your nephews, and young people coming to you and say, I'm launching this app, I'm having this ICO, I'm doing this, the other. And you're going to need to be able to understand what they're talking about so you can foster your economy.
Mm-hmm. 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 Let me check in with the audience before we get up out of here. On a scale of 1 to 10 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 1 being this was not helpful at all, you don't ever want to see anything like this again, and 10, this is like super, super helpful. Please post a number of what you would score Anari and I in our share. That's what we do. We are sharing information that you can use immediately. So please let us know on a scale of 1 to 10 how useful this was to you tonight. Also, what is the one big thing that you pulled from both of us big mouths tonight as we was talking? What was the thing you got from the nerd and the nerd junior tonight that was the most useful to you? So I see some 17,000. You see 17,000 down there?
Nice. I'll take it.
We got another 10 from my man, LaFear. So we got one more question. I want to, while people are, well, 2 more questions. And now one of this, this is why I asked this brother to host a video on, maybe y'all, if y'all ask him nicely to put a video on owo with a screenshot, he might post a video on owo. He's doing some updates. You know what I'm saying? Tell us, let's answer her question first, and then we're going to talk about owo, and then we're going to call it a night. So tell, what do you think about, Stephanie says, I bought Bitcoin. Now, do I keep trading back and forth?
Yes, but for right now, I would strongly advise against anyone holding Bitcoin. If you're going to buy Bitcoin right now, you want to transfer it to a different currency immediately. You want to transfer it to Bitcoin Cash specifically, because that's pretty much the reserve currency, or that's like the safe haven when the Bitcoin market is going south. Or you can do Ripple, Ethereum, and so on and so forth. So the reason why the price of Bitcoin is declining right now is because the technology upgrade that was supposed to happen didn't move forward. And so now you have a bunch of folks who are a little bit nervous that, well, this great improvement that was supposed to happen to the technology didn't happen. So am I going to keep my money on this thing when I know that people are going to start selling off? No, I'm going to move it up, somewhere else. So the minute you buy Bitcoin, you're probably going to start losing value immediately as of right now. So definitely move it to a different currency immediately.
Right. I'm setting my marks right now. My below marks to, I want to see when it drops up under 59. I'm sure the way it's falling, it's going to fall. It's going to come out of the 6,000 range like tonight or tomorrow for sure.
Very true.
And the next question she had was, how do I invest in owo now that I've signed up?
Nice. Look, thank you very much for taking a look at the platform. So many of you may be familiar with the ICO model. As I discussed, you have folks who will release a cryptocurrency on the top of Ethereum. They'll say we're releasing 100,000 coins, 1 million coins, whatever, and you buy it at this price and so on and so forth, right? I tend to be more of a Bitcoin purist in that if you mine the cryptocurrency, you don't necessarily need to do an ICO. ICOs release way too many coins into circulation. So it's very rare that you'll see a coin that was released as an ICO that's trading over 50 cents right now, right? Also, most of the ICOs put you into a trap in that you're creating a coin on top of Ethereum, which has its own blockchain and its own transaction fees, right? So you don't know what these transaction fees are going to be, so you don't know how they're going to impact this model, right? Ideally, you would want to have your own blockchain where you know the transaction fees are never going to exceed this, and you can plan around that. So what we decided to do is, rather than go the ICO route, the SEC isn't too friendly on the ICO. They haven't officially came out and said that it's 100% illegal in the United States. But most ICOs that go down prevent folks in the United States from participating. If you do launch an ICO in the U.S., you're pretty much doing so, without concern if the SEC at any point of time start going down a whole list of ICOs that they want to point out. So with a DMO model, discounted mining offer, we're saying that we will mine these many coins for you at this price. So keep in mind, mining is the most profitable part of the enterprise. As long as you got a mining operation going, you are good, right? We don't want to be in the business of having to constantly bring on new rounds of funding. So we're focused on set up a mining operation and have the mining operation pay for the development perpetually of owo, the product. So when you participate in the DMO, right now it's at 4 cents. The aim is to sell a total of 10 million coins, which will raise $1 million in total for development of the owo blockchain and just for team member development as well, right? So to participate in the DMO, you do need Bitcoin. You just enter the amount of coins that you want. You send the payment through. And when you log into your owo account, you'll be able to see exactly how many owo coins you have available. When the owo blockchain is officially ready in, I'm going to say January at the very latest of next year, we plan to have the coin on Bittrex. Now, the reason why I say Bittrex is because I've already had a relationship with them before. Bittrex is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges. When I launched my gaming coin back in 2014, my gaming coin was on Bittrex for over 2 years, right? Here's one concern that I have with a lot of the ICOs that are going to start coming about within our own community, especially the ICOs that are saying that they're specifically for the Black community. One, you're going to have to get your coin on an exchange. That's the only way this ICO, this coin, this token is going to get value.
Listen carefully, everybody. Listen carefully right here. This is what you need to be listening to right here. Everybody listen carefully. Please say that one more time.
So if you're looking for ICOs to participate in, I'm not saying stay away from ICOs. I'm not saying anything good or bad about ICOs. But there is a checklist of things that you should go through just to make sure that your investment could be returned. Now, if you're just having fun with $5, $10, it's a fun project you want to support, knock yourself out, right? But the first thing that you want to do is find out from the developers of the ICO is what exchange is this coin going to go on, right? There are a number of exchanges around. You have Bittrex, Poloniex, Kraken, Cryptopia, and a variety of others. Some exchanges will charge coin creators to get your coin listed. Cryptopia, for example, say they want 6 Bitcoins to list their coin in their exchange. 6 Bitcoins. That's a heck of an investment, right? But other exchanges, Yobit, for example, only wants 10% of a Bitcoin to get your coin listed on their exchange. But simply because that coin goes on the exchange doesn't mean that it's ultimately going to be successful either. But at least if it gets on the exchange, the opportunity is there. Now, with a lot of tokens, they're going to be released on decentralized exchanges that are specifically for Ethereum. With a decentralized exchange, you don't have to pay anybody to list your coin on there. You just put your coin on ETH Delta or Waves, Now you have the hard work of actually marketing and getting people to come discover your coin on these lesser exchanges. So end up on decentralized exchanges have a tough time finding success because they didn't anticipate the marketing effort that's required for that, right? Another thing that you want to look at is the white paper of the product. So the white paper is an academic paper that you would put out to have anybody challenge what you're proposing. So when Bitcoin was first released, the white paper was released on October 31st. Any academic on the planet could look at the white paper and challenge the math that's on it. If you're creating a coin or a token, you have to do the same. It doesn't have to be as detailed, but you at least want to tell the public what you're doing, right? The next thing that you may want to look at is, well, what has these people done before? Is there a solid team put together, right? Is this a team that's actually capable of executing the plan that they put forward in that white paper, right? And lastly, what track record does this team have, right? There are a lot of cryptocurrency experts coming out of the woodwork all of a sudden, a lot, right? But chances are they don't have anywhere close to the realm of information that they need to be considered an expert. I don't have anywhere close to the realm of information that I need. I mean, there are layers to this, man. When you get to the super nerd level, I mean, there's a coin called Zcash. Zcash is completely anonymous. It's so good about being anonymous that the engineers, the mathematicians, don't even know how it works, right? It's up to you to come prove it to them that this thing isn't working. And when you're in a room talking to them and they're going through some heavy, heavy complex math, you know, you can trust that they're going to pull that product forward, right? So in my case, I have a track record of being able to build cool products, right? I made a quote-unquote name for myself in San Francisco by participating in hackathons. Hackathons are like idea battle competitions. On a weekend, you know, 200 people going to a big-ass event house or whatever, and you're just hacking away and trying to build the coolest idea in a 24-hour to 48-hour period, right? And if your ideas are cool, you pitch it, and you might win some prizes here and there, right? I've built some pretty cool products for a variety of brands to be validated as somebody. If I put a product out there, it's something that you can know is going to be a legitimate product, right? So that's just the things that you should consider when participating in an ICO. And the reason why I say that is there's going to be a plethora of ICOs coming about in our community. And you want to go down this checklist because the minute 2 of those turn out to go sour, you're going to create a community that doesn't want to participate in funding our own projects anymore, right? So we need that filter. We need to be able to come to Kair and say, hey, look, I heard about this ICO. Does it sound legit to you?
Oh, and I'm running, since on the white paper, they have the birth date of every coin. Every coin has a birthday. So, you know, I'm like the astrology nerd now. It's game over. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to white papers and like, yo, what's this? Is this chart of Sagittarius? What's the rising sign? You know what I'm saying? Who is this chart? Where is this chart's Venus at? Where is this chart's Jupiter at? What's the progress chart on this? Because that's our real science. Like right now, I'm only doing crypto. I'm only doing Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I'm just looking at those 2 charts for like a week. Don't ask me what I found because I ain't found nothing yet because I just started looking at it yesterday. So you got to give it time, okay? So a lot of people also, another piece I want to say is if you sign up with owo, y'all saw me put it in the chat, you're going to need a Bittrex account, okay? You need a Bittrex account to help you with your education, but you need a Bittrex account for your bots to work on over on owo. You don't understand? It don't matter. Get you an owo account, get you a Bittrex account, watch the video. One more time. Get you a Bittrex account, get you an owo account, spend 4 cents. Man, listen, we ain't gonna spend no $4. We ain't got time for that. Do better than Kyer. Kyer spent $4 on Owo. Go ahead and buy $5, man. Go ahead and beat Kyer. Real talk, man. Real talk, man. Real talk. Go over there and buy at least $5. And since my man Mooney says he got $500, Mooney, you should go over there and buy $50 worth of Owo, because now you done met and interviewed and got to talk to the founder. You don't got to talk to the source tonight. So how much is that worth to you? Because you ain't talked to Satoshi, who created Bitcoin. You ain't talked to them engineers at, he said, at Zcash. You ain't talked to none of them engineers at none of them other ones. Now you're talking to the guy right here in your face. And now he telling you where it's easily to go to get you some passive income, but not passive where you just go to sleep for the rest of your life like you got Berkshire Hathaway and you're gonna let Warren Buffett watch your money. No. This is the educated man's game, educated woman's game. Women, I've been told y'all are smarter than us. Come on in. Take them shoes and that weave and that pedicure that you always got to get and that Brazilian wax and put that on pause and put that on some Bitcoin Cash. And you can thank me and Anari later. You understand what I'm saying? For sure. And we want to also, in the future, have people in our community. I'm going to call it the crypto community, the OWO community, the Coach Kyer community. I got a Kyer community that I've been nurturing. So for me to even, y'all ain't never seen nobody even on my page, no two people on the screen, unless they was like sitting by me. It's very rare that you see me edifying somebody else's stuff, unless I checked it. Unless I got his birthday. Anari, do I got your chart?
Yes, sir.
Went into the man's business. The man is ethical. I'm gonna say that right there. You don't ask me nothing else about that man's chart, but the man is ethical. Okay, and man, we good. We good right there. Now, there's some other things he got going on that's none of your business. You're gonna have to ask him. Also, I have some people on my inbox want to know how they get in contact with Anari because they're looking at an ICO and maybe he's interested. So he just told you about why he, as a Bitcoin purist, don't really like ICOs. But if you still want to get in contact with him, Anari, what is the best way for people to get in contact with you? Should they send you a friend request? Should they go on the OWO site and go through the contact us? How should they go about getting in contact with you?
Look, we're family, man. This is ideally the community that I'm most comfortable in. The same vibration. So definitely send a friend request. We don't put out to the emails. Definitely send a friend request.
The sister told me. You see what the sister said? She said they're not giving up the Brazilian. She said we're not giving up the Brazilian, brother. I'm sorry, we're not giving up the Brazilian. She said we're still gonna take care of that. Okay, no problem. How many bits did you get for your purchase, LaShannon? I don't really know. The bots is bots. It's BOTS. Now you just made some upgrades, brother. You told me it was going to be at 7 o'clock, but the upgrades on the site was a little early, my brother. I saw you over there. You know what I'm saying, doing a little something. So answer the sister's question.
It's another way at doing some improvements on the bots. As you can see now, there are actually 3 types of bots. Right, there's only 2 that's active right now. You have the rapid bot. The rapid bot is like, its job is just to do trades. Right? It's aimed at doing 100+ trades a day for you. Right. And then you have the standard bot like you were using before that's going to operate based on your settings. Right. So now one thing that's really, really cool is that the rapid bot and the notification bot, once that's turned on, these are transferable, right? So there's only going to be 250 of the rapid bots available. But if you want to sell that to another user, you'd be able to sell that to another user.
Interesting. That might be a little over my head right now, but I get it later. Don't worry. I'm sure we can have that conversation later.
So here's the thing, right?
Hold on, before you get to that, explain the Soldier Bot. Tell me about the Soldier Bot that is working. What does the Soldier Bot do for me?
The Soldier Bot is exactly what you were using before, where you just have bots that go about based on your settings or by syncing to another trader. So when you get onto the platform, if you haven't traded before, I don't want it to be too intimidating for you. You will actually see a tab that shows a list of other traders on the platform, and you'll see the stats that their trades have, the stats of the trades that they've made based on their settings, right? You can then sync your bots to any of the bots that are, or if your settings are doing so well, then you can charge other people to use your settings on a monthly basis, right? So we're moving into an age in social media and the internet where pretty much every single one of your actions are monetizable. That like button on Facebook is gone. That the good feeling that you got from somebody liking your picture, you're not going to get that anymore, because you're actually going to get paid in some variation of a cryptocurrency. Rather than getting a like, you get money, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Almost anything you do online is going to have some kind of digital appreciation. So if there is a unique icon on Facebook, for example, if Facebook wanted to go that route, where they have unique icons, only you have this particular thumbs up, or only you have this particular smiley face, right? Then you can have a marketplace where you could sell these items to other people at a profit. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's the direction that the web is moving into. And on owo, you actually see an example of that, where if you your bots are unique entities to you. You have one rapid bot, but now you can transfer that to other people at a profit.
Well, I don't know if I'm transferring mine right away, because I like my bots. Me and my bots.
Brother, the platform is called owo. Owo means money in Yoruba. So the platform is all about money. Every single action on the platform is aimed at earning you some kind of revenue.
Wow.
And once we get into the owo coin itself and how that's going to operate, I'm pretty sure you're going to love that conversation as well.
I'm down with it. LaShannon asks, is there a referral program active for owo?
There is a referral program for owo. Please reach out to me on Facebook, and we'll get you set up with. I'll make sure to actually roll that out system-wide on the platform by tomorrow. But we'll definitely set one up.
Okay, well, I just want to go on note. All these people right here, these little 10 people, everybody that signed up tonight, I need y'all to put owo. If you got an owo account, because of Coach Khayr, we're gonna take roll call real quick. So put that owo on there. I mean, I just want the brother to know that we supporting him. You know what I'm saying? So if you got an account tonight, please put owo so the brother can see, like, yo, I got me an owo account. You know what I'm saying? I'm popping. The sister just also asked a question. Bitrix account created. Any suggested places to go to learn more about it? YouTube. Yeah. You can go to Google. Yeah, YouTube, use some videos.
Definitely YouTube, and hopefully, if there's some folks that watch this that know each other, hopefully you can start engaging more in these conversations as a community, as a crypto conscious community, quote unquote. But we should definitely, find you some resources as easily as possible, if possible.
Yes, sir.
As far as making sure that you have your questions answered. A curious mind should not be left unattended.
Ooh, that's a quote. A curious mind should not be left unattended.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I done seen some people get into some real trouble like that. My nephew was one of them. He got a curious mind. You can't let him get too quiet on you. No, don't do that, man. My alerts are over here blowing up, man. Yeah. Wow. I'm just gonna say it overall. If you got Bitcoins, this ain't financial advice. I ain't no financial advisor, but I know that I took my Bitcoins and liquidated them so I can get me some Bitcoin Cash. So there's some steps that you got to do. And I think that's another part that's great about this conversation is people like moving your Bitcoins is going to get you over the fear of losing your Bitcoins. Oh, I bought Bitcoins. How do I get my money back? I got Bitcoins. What do I do now? Like Owo, Coach Khayr, Team Anari, and the creator himself is going to continue giving us downloads so we can help people continue that curiosity and be like, what do I need to do now? Bitcoin is sliding. So how do I stop the bleeding? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I call stop the bleeding. So yeah, if you, oh man, hit me on your inbox because I'm about to do, I got two of my clients that I really help. I'm about to help them. So I don't know if I'm getting ready to create a conference call tonight after me and Anari get off. I'm gonna do something super private for some of my folks, which is also gonna be probably maybe a Google Hangout so I could share my screen, but it's gonna be invite only. So if you have a Gmail account, and you wanna know how to move Bitcoin through Bittrex over to Bitcoin Cash, then put your inbox, put your Gmail only. Gmail only. If you don't got a Gmail, you can't participate. Gmail only in my inbox. And then we're going to get that started in probably about 20, 30 minutes. I got to go get something to eat. I'm always hungry. And rest my mouth for a minute, because we've been on here for about an hour and a half or something like that. So, Brother Anari, like, man, I really appreciate you coming on here, taking your time with us common folk. Us common folk, you know what I'm saying? We were really happy to talk to the nerd tonight and to know, and you let us know that you a real person. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got some shout outs, man. Give us some shout outs for your squad and tell people one more time how they can get in contact with you and what's your website.
I really appreciate the conversation, man. It's gonna be on us to get the word out. You know, your nerds need love too, man. All right. Quite often you will have your most capable run up to San Francisco or run up to this other place or that other place and not actually contribute any of their ideas to to where it's going to have the most impact, right? And I'm really, really glad that this community is willing to hear this side. I've been searching for it for quite some time. I told you about the story of sharing Bitcoin or Harlem 3-4 years ago. I've really, really been looking for this. I look forward to a lot more engaging conversations. But to reach out, please, Facebook requests, if you want to do Facebook, Anari at owo.world is my email. And I'm always open to having progressive conversations. We're building some really, really cool things. And unfortunately, I don't always, it shouldn't be a thing where I have to explain line fine how revolutionary or, the intent of the things that we're building. I really hope that my body of work shows to you that it's very likely that what I am building has some serious intent.
Where can they find some of your videos and body of work? Are you on YouTube? Can they go to YouTube and find some of your stuff, or where would be the best place for them to find?
Definitely YouTube. Anari Singh Bay on YouTube. It's Anari Singh Bay anywhere. You Google Anari Singh Bay. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a lot of things.
Gotcha. All right. Well, from Khayr to the whole fam, I appreciate all of y'all for being on here. Yes, I answered Shannon's question. The bots use Bitcoins from Bittrex. So you got to have some Bitcoins in Bittrex in order for your bots to work. Okay. And I just went over there and checked on Owo, and I have 12 of 50 bots running, 28 profits, 0 loss right now.
Nice.
I'll show you a screenshot.
Oh, you're going to love the new ones. We're definitely going to get you a rapid bot because you're going to love that one. You're going to see that stat go from 26-0 to like 75-0 within like hours.
Oof.
It doesn't make sense. I'm really, really excited about it.
Ooh.
Right? That one was really cool.
Ooh.
It was a good coding session, man. I'm really excited about it. So once you see them running, you'll be happy.
Y'all see, will y'all tell Anara he can't talk to a Taurus like me about money like that? Y'all tell him, stop it. Tell that man to cut it out.
Make it happen, man.
Oh, tonight's homework for everybody. Let's say you're still on the fence after this conversation. Everybody should go watch Trading Places. I'm not going to bed until I watch Trading Places tonight. I'm going to look at the movie again and see, because I knew Eddie Murphy was on to something, but I really didn't get it. So it's going to be a good way for me to laugh tonight. It's going to be a good way for me to start my week off next week. So definitely for sure. And yeah, look, y'all ain't got to get all in my inbox. Anari told y'all. I'm still getting messages in the inbox right now talking about how the brother told you how to get in contact with him. Go on over there, get in contact with the brother. Okay. So as usual, we always we started this whole thing in prayer, and I always take it out in prayer. So definitely appreciate. Oh, look at this. Look at y'all. Stop flirting with Anari talking about I adore the nerds. Y'all cut that out. Quit talking about.
Hell no. I want that, man. We want more of that. Bring it on, please. Thank you. All right? Nerds get no love whatsoever. All right, the rappers in the app get no love.
So you got big thanks from Duke. You got big thanks from LaShannon. You got big thanks from Veronica. LaFear came through, said feed the ancestors. I told you, man, my crowd, you know what I'm saying, listening. Doris said, much gratitude to you, Anari. So thanks everybody for showing the brother love. You know what I'm saying? His first time over here. Maybe, next time I give him an invitation, he'll want to come back. You know what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate my audience for being cordial. Because my audience can be kind of tough now. They ask tough, intelligent questions. So I'm definitely happy that oh, look at there. Friend request. Bam.
Yes.
Look at her. She getting a request. Make sure y'all send him a message and say, I seen your video. I want to be friends. Don't just be sending him random ass friend requests. Man got a lot of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? He want to talk to the people who are serious first. You know what I'm saying? Just like Coach Khayr, man. So definitely appreciate all of y'all who came through tonight. And I'm gonna let Anari go. Coach getting ready to go. And I'm gonna leave y'all like I found y'all in peace. Anna Bakor, Gijalaki Minka, Tatia Tesara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvenu, Tahara Nunara, Gibor, the Shay Yakadeka, Kababa Shaman, Rakantara, Rakaneda, Zika Taker, Tamid Gamli, Kasim Kadosh, Baru Tuka, Mahela Taker, Akib Yahel, Amchapanez, Akir Katushka Taker, Shivata Nukabel, Ushma, Kazakanu, Yadea to Alamo, Rukshem, Kovo Makuto, Alam Vae. Peace.
Peace, brother.